putting some detail in the face, and I am trying to keep moving the torso up because it keeps sinking in because the clay is too wet. The hair has also got a lot of energy behind it, but I often think that maybe I need to make a few more changes in the gesture. Right now, this is what I would call a gesturally sculpture. There's not much happening. The hips are a little bit big, but I think I like the hips a little bit bigger. And also, they give support to the sculpture. This is a pretty nice flowing sort of sculpture. It doesn't really look too much like the photograph up there, but I'm fine with that. One of the things I could do to make it a little bit more energetic is by dynamically changing a little bit of the pose so I can slant the torso forward a little bit as I did, just a little, and then this way. So if I turn it this way, she has more of a lean, and also her head is tilting up a little bit more. It makes it a little bit more dramatic. So one of the issues I'm having near the legs is that this part keeps getting lost, and also when you bend your knees, a lot of the fat here is going to be developing, and this is going to be coming out a little bit more. And also the gastrocnemius muscle, since it's getting pinched here, you're going to have to add a little bit more mass here. And I do like to keep my bases flat just because it gets a lot more attention to the figure. I do like it when you look at it from here. There is a curve to it that looks pretty cool. One of the things I'm struggling with, and I do like the lighting. I have one light set on the model. You can see that if I put my hand here, it hides it. But this way you can see the shadow shapes a little bit better. This way you can model the muscles. One thing that's happening is that my legs are a little bit too big for the torso, because one of the things that's happening that the clay is wet and there's no armature, so everything is kind of sinking down. And it's an interesting way of doing sculptures, but a lot of times in sculpture classes, you'll just do a lot of these croquis sort of sculptures that don't use armature, because a lot of people, they just take these sculptures and they fire them in a kiln. And this, since it's pretty small, you can see my hand in relation to the sculpture, you probably don't even have to dig inside of here. I probably would dig just the thigh because it's a little bit massive, but this could fire on its own. And I think that's one of the things I like about terracotta. Terracotta is like really nice to work with. Plasticine is a little bit almost robotic. And I see a lot of the sculptors online on YouTube using plasticine, and I have several other, types of plasticine. They're a little bit more difficult to use than terracotta. Terracotta is almost like painting.